Give it a couple of minutes, let everybody come on in. How's everyone doing today?
Doing good. I just hit the record button so we can record this.
Cool. I think I've probably talked to you more today, Mike, than I've talked to my own wife. So,
Same here.
I might ask you. We'll just give it literally one more minute for people to kind of join in, and then we'll get started.
Sounds good. Got some orders for the Wanker merch rolling in. It's going to be nice.
It's good. There's some really cool stuff on there. I have to say, I had to kind of hold back a little bit. Otherwise, I would have just cleared the store out, to be fair.
I know. It's crazy. There's a lot on there. And, for each item, I had to, manually put in every color and every logo for every single individual item. So it's, each item required, 300, different options. It was just ridiculous. But I'm glad I took the time and did it, because there's definitely options for everyone.
I promise I will buy the oven gloves after making you make a special commemorative set for myself.
Oh, no, it's good. Oh, you're not lagging at all today. Your image isn't lagging at all.
Oh, right. Well, the power of 4G. Unfortunately, my home connection is still as powerful as the good old dial-up days. So, yeah. But in progress. Hopefully we'll get it sorted soon.
Maybe I'll hop on camera for a few minutes. I cut all my hair off. I had hair almost down to my shoulders. I just cut it all off. It's a little longer than yours, but I still cut it just about all off.
I haven't got any gel in mine today, but that's because I haven't had time, because we've been on VCs, I think, for about the last 4 hours, right?
Pretty much.
For different topics.
Yeah, see, I cut all my hair off. It was down to here. I cut all my hair off pretty much.
And I'd only ever seen you with a hat on, I think, before. So I didn't even know.
Yeah, most people don't. In my videos, I mostly wear hats, but I do have my Baby Yoda shirt.
All right. I think you've only got still 11 people.
Usually, every time we do these and we're both on camera, your face will freeze like this for 20 seconds, and then it'll move again.
Perfect. We don't seem to have too many people in here yet. Let's give it another 1 minute, and then
sure, no worries.
Because we got quite a lot to cover, but also I want to make sure there's the opportunity for any newbies to get in here who aren't so familiar with who we are, what we're doing, why we're different. So let's just give them a couple of minutes, and then we'll check who's in here, and whether we give the generic overview to kind of explain who we are. Or just get rolling straight into the good stuff, because I obviously am conscious that a lot of you here are, diehard members, and have probably heard me talk about our mantra and origin a million different times. So let's see who else is going to join.
Yeah, that's the thing. Our members are so knowledgeable with it. We don't have to babysit anybody. Everybody just kind of knows what's going on already.
Exactly, and the mods are doing such a great job answering any questions that do come up. So it's yeah. Anyway, let's just give it until the stroke.
It's funny, all the chat we need to bite in my lip, but it seems to be the talk today.
But I mean, we all know it only too well, right? And I think that's why we came together to even start this. Is the majority of things you even try and get into, I can't even remember the amount of terrible projects I've been in. Whether they've been rugged before they go live, literally the LP doesn't even get a chance to kind of seed on Pancake Swap or whatever it is. So many different things going on.
I got that earlier in the year with something called the Dirty Coin. And the only reason I invested... Did you? And that wasn't even a rug pull. They just straight stole the funds. That wasn't even a rug pull. They just stole the pre-sale funds. It didn't even make it to launch.
Wallet.
And I'm like, oh...
it's just gets worse and worse and worse, right? And I've been, a victim of not so many recently, but I think you all know that I had one horrific one.
Yeah, you
which
had to
was
sing. You had to sing and get rug pulled.
Yeah, lost a couple of apartment blocks with that one. But anyway,
yeah,
I think we're up on time. Let's get this show on the road anyway. So I'm just looking at who's in here, and I actually don't think anyone's a newbie who doesn't know about us.
It doesn't look like
just
it.
Just one question to you, maybe, Sylvia. I'm not sure I've seen you in here before, and if you want to unmute, I just wanted to. Normally, I start with an overview of who we are, what we're doing, why we're different. Just wanted to give you the opportunity, or anyone else, if you would like that overview, and if not, maybe just because we've only got 10 or 11 people in here at the moment, not to kind of, recite the same thing every single week if everybody's familiar with who we are and what we're doing. So I don't know, Sylvia, if you wanted to unmute and just say, if you know, you know. If not, we can kind of get running. Or if you're not comfortable speaking, feel free to pop it in the chat.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's pretty much a regular.
What I do tokenomics we have, why we haven't used Pink Sale and how we're going to launch this. And obviously, all of you are familiar with that. So what we'll do is see how the numbers grow as we get going, and we can revert back to the kind of the overview if anyone has any questions a little bit later on. But let's get kind of rolling, because we've got a lot to run through. Some really exciting stuff, some great progress. So let's get this show on the road. So first, I'd just like to start a little bit about, for those of you who joined the AMA not so many days ago with EJ from EBRF, you would have heard the kind of hot off the press, announcement that we were keeping a little bit quiet around our kind of collaboration and partnership with EBRF. And obviously that started with, you would have seen that the banner ads are up for our token on their Everchart portal. And there's a lot of other things we're looking into of how we can help collaborate and what Aspire to do. So we're looking at how we can further build upon that and look at potential utilities that can, power us both up and bring those communities together as well. So more to come on that in the future. But for those of you who didn't get a chance to join the AMA, we are pinky locked with EJ and the EBRF team. We couldn't be happier to do that. And there's more to come with other partnerships and things in the future as well. But we'll keep them kind of under wraps until things are a little bit more advanced. You'd heard me talking at, I think, the previous AMA that I was on vacation this week. I was hoping that I had loads and loads and loads of time to kind of, crack on with everything. My parents kind of derailed me a little bit and took a lot more of my attention this week. But I'm pleased to say that my big one topic on the list this week was to finalize the white paper. So I can confirm that I spent this morning finalizing that. The first draft has been put into a pretty format. The team are currently in the process of reviewing that. I think it's like final pretty much. We're just looking at some additional kind of generic disclaimer language that we have to add to make sure it's fully covered. So the update from that is white paper is final-ish and
great.
will be communicated and published on the website by Wednesday at the latest. You would have all seen, and we were talking about it just a minute ago, that the merch store is now live. Massive thanks, Mike, for the great work. I know that was an extremely tedious process, and also the terrible admin that followed, where they locked you out of your account, even though you stole money.
That was pretty annoying, but it was definitely worth all the effort, because we got some great merch up there. We got some orders rolling in, and we're going to be seeing. Actually, one of them's already shipping out, I think, tomorrow. So. They're really fast with it, and we're going to start seeing Wanchor merch shortly.
Awesome. And then the next update, as far as, let's say, utility and stuff, and Tevin's going to jump in and kind of publish some stuff that's hot off the press as well, and some kind of late-breaking news is, I think we talked on the last AMA or the one before, where our roadmap has very realistic and attainable dates on it. that we are 1,000,000% confident we're going to hit. But we always talked about how we potentially could prepone some of these things. So, we talk about, staking in Q3. We're looking at how can we do a community vote and do the first rendition of staking, which might be a kind of, a short, sweet, high APY soon after launch, but then back it up with a longer, more sustainable, solid growth over whatever period we can decide as a community. But the other thing that's kind of hot off the press is we've said, our, let's say, next generation pre-vetted matching service for content creators and service providers with crypto tokens and, others, that we had that in there for Q4. So the news that's hot off the press for that is development is underway, very much underway. And I'm going to say significantly, so all I can say to kind of tease that is to say it's active, it's ongoing, but progress is being made at an incredibly rapid pace. So Q4 is a long way away, as we know. Yeah. So I think we can probably comfortably say it's not going to be Q4, but that's been rolling.
Yeah, we're actually starting to, take entry. You guys know of, time work. So that we can get people registered, and like Steve said, we're definitely way ahead of schedule with that. So we're in that process right now of taking applicants so that we can make sure everybody who's on it is quality, and start getting people some more work, because there's some great people out there.